Alright, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Tune in. I had to put the StreamYard link in the. I had to put the StreamYard link on the community wall, and right when I was going live, my phone was on low battery. So I said, let me let my phone charge up real quick because this is a spur of the moment live. I did not tell this person I wanted to talk to them. I ain't have time to like hit them up, but I've been kind of busy, and every time I do get to the live, I always make it when it's over a bunch of people. Even though Spoken's live, was that today? That was a good live. The live from today was a good live. With Sakina on it, I like that live. I I suggest y'all all go watch that. That was a really good live. But I've been watching LTG, right? And I don't know what's the issue, but I'm gonna give her a chance to convey that or articulate that to me, and we're gonna figure it out from there. Because in the last, I don't know, week or so, I feel like she's like I'm just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I feel like she wants a problem with me. She accused me of coming after James's family. Then she tried to tell me that somebody's trying to frame me. Now she's going crazy over a troll list, a baby troll list of whatever. And basically, my whole thing is, I said it that day. If she can only comprehend better, and you know it's crazy. Her comprehension works when it wants to. Like sometimes she's super on point, and then sometimes she's just super not on point, right? So basically, I always said like I have to ask those people permission. You feel me? Because it has to do with their kid. I've always maintained my respect for them and what they wanted, but the people that are closest to them never do. You know what I'm saying? And then also them same people be the first ones that when they're mad to try to put it off on me. So if we get to a little bit, we don't gotta go to the origins of the story. We could just go back to when the first episode of the community report, when this lady left y'all with the cliffhanger, making y'all believe it was me, and then all of a sudden, two P's went live. Remember, that was like the chain of events that was set it off for the new version of it now. Nobody was talking about it. No baby trolls came out, and then boom, Mr. Warner tried to make y'all think it could possibly be John, and then the topic got brought up. But according to my recollection, this is probably like the third time the cross is said, leave it out there, leave it out your mouths and all of that. Probably even more than that. It could probably be five times, right? But Mr. Wonder didn't give a fuck about that when she tried to make people believe it was me. Just recently on the first episode of the Raw Report, Community Report, Credit Report, Troll Report, whatever name it goes under this by. You know what I'm saying? Whatever identity it goes by, that report has many aliases, maybe to hide its true origins or wherever. Hold on. How long's your food ready? Like 20, 30 minutes. Much more? Yeah. Then put the rice in the fridge. Alright, so boom, right? That's their friend, right? She's more friends with them than I am, right? Hold on. Okur mentioned me, and she's the one I want to talk to. Give me a second. Maybe she's gonna tell me she's busy or something. Mentioned you in the short. Hmm. You did bad. How can I watch a short when I'm live? Help me figure that out. I can't even put it on the TV because for some reason I could put any other video on the TV if it's longer than a short. But for some reason, if it's a short, I can't just click it from my phone and stream it to the TV. So can somebody kindly please go watch her short video and relay a message if you don't mind? I need somebody to be a messenger or a middleman. She's not blocked in my chat, or people blocked in my chat. I don't see nobody writing nothing. But somebody write something in the chat because all I see is like red things from when I try to put the link in. My shit is double red with an X. My shit went through. All right, so basically, I put the StreamYard link. All right, it works. Thank you, Princess Lovely. I put the StreamYard link on my community wall. Can somebody kindly go be a messenger or a middleman and go watch what she said and relay the message to me? What up, Unitonic? Oh, perfect. Matter of fact, damn, why gotta be you, Uni? I don't want you because you know she has a hard on for you. Um, no, not you. Definitely not you. Somebody else, please watch her short and relay the message. Even though I'm pretty sure she's watching me right now, she can just type in the chat and just tell me whatever the fuck she said. But you know how women are. You gotta do things their way or else. All right, so boom. So this is I'm gonna give you my mind frame of things. These people, the crosses, they was cool with me. Never had an issue with them, right? Boom. So I had more respect for them than the people that been running with them, say they love them and everything and etc. Because of the fact that I do not try to make this a talking point. One, because it has nothing to do with me, and two, because I don't win nothing from it. It always works against me. Somebody always trying to blame me for the shit. So I will be one of the last people that always want to jump on that storyline. You feel me? And then on top of that, me giving you the list, what is it gonna do for the community? You helping figure it out. You can't even figure out or comprehend dialogue that's on Unspoken's panel. When I say I have to ask them permission, let me call them. And I did go into my phone. I didn't have their number. I probably didn't save it, or I had it saved, or I don't have it saved no more. But if they would have hit me up, or I would have had their number, I would have hit them up and asked them, "Hey, can I give it to the to? See, I'm not even gonna disrespect you. Can I give it to LTG and Unspoken?" They probably would have said no. I don't know what they would have said. I'm not even gonna assume. But another reason you're like, why won't you just give it to us? One, they never did anything to me. Two, I have more respect for them than I do for you. Three, they don't like you. They don't like you, especially them. Especially them, they don't like you. And if anything, when it comes down to being a baby troll, there's no motive when it comes to John for me to be a baby troll towards them. Because before that and after that, we had no problem, right? But when it comes to you, LTG, you've had problems with them before and after that. You get it? You have more of a motive to be the baby troll than I do. You know that? Does that make sense to you? According to you, they called you. According to you, they called your wedding and got your wedding cake knocked off. You have more of a motive to be the baby troll than me if you want to make sense of the situation in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Never had a problem with them. Don't have no art. I heard they did one thing towards me, but it's never been verified, but came from a confirmed source. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't directly towards me, it's to somebody attached to me. So it's like that's the one thing I can think of off the top of the head. Never had a problem with them. You know what I mean? John, she said that she is busy with her rehearsal for the play she's going to be in, but she'll watch and respond afterwards. Nah, 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 nah. That's some bullshit. She got 5 minutes to come over here and figure out what she wants answered. Because my whole thing about doing the live is to figure out what does she want? What do you want? And I would have hit, and I obviously would have hit her link if I would have caught her live. And then honestly, she was just live right now on the other one, not the one that I'm on, not the StreamYard, the flip version. And I wrote to her in the chat, dropped a link, but my comment disappeared, so somebody blocked me out the chat. So I wouldn't have minded going on her panel and asking her these questions, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But her last two, three lives, I catch them either right when they end or right after, or sometimes I just like to rewind to the beginning. and just speed through the whole thing and catch up to the lives where it's at if it's going on while I'm there. Or I watch it afterwards because I like to watch it on 2.0. And a lot of shit don't give you 2.0. You feel me? And imagine how good my comprehension skills are if I could do this shit on 2.0. You feel me? Now I got you, my bad. Now I'm not gonna shoot the messenger. Basically, yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what is this list gonna do for her, and why does she feel like I want to know more about her theory on me. Why do you feel like I'm protecting somebody that's the baby troll? And then how can you feel that way when you said on Unspoken's panel you think the baby troll has to do with the crew that was coming after Logic? Why would if the crew that was coming after Logic was the crew with the baby parents in it, right? Why would they be the same crew attacking themselves? I'm going off what you said. You feel me? In my mind, if the baby troll was to hurt Logic, the Riri was to hurt Logic. Yeah, it started with y'all people, I guess. I guess you're right. I don't know. It's all McFlurry for me. But the one thing I could guarantee you was I wasn't with Mr. Warner at the time that or was I? I don't think I was. Me and Mr. Warner wasn't linked in like that at the time that she was with Logic and all of them doing all of that stuff that they had going on over there. So when they say it was in that in crowd of people over there, I wasn't in that in crowd. John wasn't in the in crowd of that crowd. They could tell you that. I could tell you that. She could tell you that. So who am I protecting? I'm just going off what LTG says. She says, I got the list. I'm protecting the baby troll. John saying John would give you the list. No problem. If John didn't have a little bit of respect for these people. You feel me? And if these people said just give him the list, I give it to you no problem. Because guess what? The list is never gonna equal John did nothing. The list is not gonna say John's covering for nobody. The list ain't going. It's not gonna hurt me in no sort of way. It's not gonna affect me in no sort of way. That's what I'm trying to make y'all understand. Give you the list in 2 seconds. And guess what? If it was up to me, I would give you the list so you can have your fucking field day with it. But it's not my kid. I know if it was my kid and I came to these people and I said, don't do this or just leave it alone, I would do that. But it's kind of hard for me to respect that when the people that respect them more is be the first ones to bring it up and make content about it and this, and that. You know? You know? And at least if you're gonna do content on it and da, at least know who it is and get it right. Like if you're gonna do content on it, it's because you're gonna expose the person that did it. You got the answers, you got whatever you need, and you're like, boom, I'm about to expose the fuck out of them. Then come out with that shit. You feel me? I know everybody that's on the baby troll list. Did they send you the list? I I send them the list and they could go through the whole thing and tear it up. Yeah, Anita, hit the link. The link's on my community wall because they not letting me put it up. But my whole thing is I wasn't associated. Well, you know what was going on at that time. Can you verify that I was not in that crowd? I was not. See, they won't let me drop the link. I was not in that crew of the no. That whole shit that went down with Logic and the reread thing and all of that. If I was in the know, you think I would have bet $100 and lost? If I was in the know, what was going on? Why would I bet $100 and lose if I was in the mix? If I was in the mix and I knew it was a lie, you think my dumb ass would have bet $100 just to lose $100? Come on. No, you was not in the group. You were not on the list. My whole thing is, listen, I'll be the first one to fucking expose the baby troll just because of all the grief they done caused. But my whole thing is, I didn't bring yo, and then Mr. Warner's the one that brought it up. When she was mad at me, when she was mad at me, she wanted people to think I was the baby troll, and she didn't want me talking to Ebony and Steel because of me, her and Ebony and Steel fell out. And I'm like, how is it because of me? When Ebony asked you, who is this baby troll? Is this John or John's Peoples? And you said no, Is no, you said it was John and John's Peoples. You said, yeah, that's John and John's Peoples. And that's what prompted them to come confront me and tell me, yo, John, whatever you're doing, you need to cut that shit out. You need to stop. We know what you're doing. You need to stop. Or else it's gonna be something. And my dumb ass isn't blinded. And then Mr. Warner hit me up. No, that's my fault. I told him that by accident. I didn't look at the screenshot. Da 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 da. Then she came on the panel and supposedly made it right and told them what the real was. And after that, they ain't been cool since then. What that got to do with me? She been telling me that they was getting ready to come at me. She was prompting me in my head that y'all was plotting on me. That's why I stopped fucking with y'all. You don't notice that ever since I got with her, I got distance from all of y'all. All of y'all, you, P. Smith, all of y'all was plotting on me. Y'all was gonna come after. Remember, I used to come into your little Shibari. Remember, you used to talk about the Shibari shits. I don't know what it was, the Shibari pads, or some sort of ass pad. You smack people in. They smack. I used to come into y'all little live. Ever since then, I started coming into y'all lives because it's like it was like some sort of animosity that I didn't know about, that I'm not privy to, and I don't got the full information on. All I know is I was being told that people wasn't feeling me, people plotting on me, and that's the way the motion of the ocean was going. And I seen the wave and the currents and how it was moving, and I went with what she told me. She said her people that she fucked with didn't like me. They was finna to come at me, and she was always protecting me and defending me in the background. Mind you, before she was protecting me and defending me in the background, I ain't never had issues with them people. I thought we was all cool. And then until she tell me that, then I'm like, now I'm moving on offense. Even with the P. Smith shit, I was on offense because she's telling me they finna come at me, that they plotting on me, that there's talk in the background, that people about to pop a live on me and da 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 da. So when I hit them off the rip, cause I was ready for their ass because this is what I was told was gonna happen. I was just prepping for it, you know. But that don't got nothing to do with the baby troll shit. The baby troll shit. Oh wait, that do got to do with the baby troll shit. So I don't know what LTG thinks as far as me. Wait, that's because she was one of them on the list, and I didn't even know she was on the list. But she's telling me Ebony and Still is trolling their own baby for attention or some shit. And it don't mean just because she said it, it don't mean I believed it. Like just because Mr. Warner told me on a serious note, Ebony and Still is trolling their own kid. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean I believe that. And then my whole thing is, if you funny style, like every time I see you and you kissing their ass, you being nice to them, but in the background you act like it's some sort of thing going on that nobody talks about, like it's a quiet beef. Oh, thank you for posting the link. I don't know what from what. I let them put their puzzle together. My issue is if they aren't guilty of anything, why do they want to accuse others and create others accounts and chaos? I don't know who it is, but I'm just saying, when it comes to this shit, I'm just telling LTG she has more of a motive than me to be a baby. So one, I never liked Logic, but I never got to the point where me and him got anything. We never really had a back and forth for real. Or even to get to the point where somebody would even want to make a baby troll of him. When it comes to me, I can only clear John. You know, never liked them like that. You know what I'm saying? But uh, when I bet against them, I'm rolling with the team that other people that I've been fucking with. You know what I'm saying? They ain't hit me with the exclusive like, yo, this, we about to do this on Logic. That was their own personal shit. But Mr. Warner was in the know-how of that shit. That's how she knew the story. And I thought it was kind of cool how Sakina caught the line like, yeah, the girl that was essay, this girl, da 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 da. So it's a true story about this girl. Because if it wasn't, why did they have to contact that exact girl? And why did they have this girl? How did they even come up with this girl's name? And how did this girl's name attach to him? And how did he know to hit her up to get her to clear it up? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many like makes you think that they ain't make this story out the blue. But guess what? Was I in the privy? No. But did I go with the people that I know to bust people out and expose people with fucking facts? I went with the people that usually pull out the facts, you know? So now getting to her point, who am I protecting? You think it's from somebody from that crew, right? LTG saying she thinks it's people from that squad. I wasn't in that squad. So who in that squad am I protecting? I'm just trying to go with your storyline. You should have more to say because this is your assumption. You ever see the movie with J Lo and the killer, and they got laid down on that bed? I think it's called. What's that movie called, babe? With J Lo and the killer, and she got going to his mind, babe. They got laid down on the table. She can't hear me. Well, anyway, you got laid down on the table. The killer, and then J Lo. J Lo's like the police. And what's the movie with J Lo and the killer that she jumps into his brain to like see where he hit the dead people? I mean, the people that's tortured. I'm doing that right now to LTG. I'm gonna jump into her fucking brain, yo, and I'm gonna go through all these crazy doors and open up the cell. I thought it was the cell. Yo, I thought it was the cell off the rip. I think I said it. Yeah, I'm trying to do the cell on her. I need her to be here so I can jump into her brain. I can say, yo, how did we get to John? I'm just trying to get to that conclusion. Fuck all these other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk about them, honestly. How did we get to John? Ezra was crack-a-lacking fan, big cracking over here. I don't know. Good question. But and then another thing, LTG, when we was on the panel and we didn't remember anything about this, that you busting out that video didn't make me feel like you wanted to like teach the people the origins of the story because I think that would have been the title, right? The origins of the Riri troll. You know what I'm saying? Or was it the title? I don't know. I don't remember. But my whole thing is, I figured you put that out just to be messy and be a part of the storyline to look for content. I figured, yo, your name's not being mentioned right now. Nobody really watching you like that. So you like, damn, this story's not about me, but I want to put my mouth on it. How can I fit my way into this storyline? You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to force your way into the storyline that don't got nothing to do with you. Nobody never accused you of being the baby troll. And me saying I'm going to give you a list, I wish them people said I could give you the list, or contacted me and said, or came in my chat and said, John, give them the list, or it's not my fault they don't like you. A lot of people don't like you. You should be used to shit like that. You know, if they don't like you and you expect me to give you a list that has to do with they baby, how could you not understand that? How could you not understand that? That's what I want to ask you too. How, I would have been asked you like, yo, simple questions like, are they fond of you? That would have been one of my questions. Are the Cross family fond of you? My next question would have been like, do you think hypothetically, if I asked them, they would want me to do that, give you on their kids, especially you. But let's say if it was unspoken, I think there'd be a 50-50 chance, right? But let's say it's you, LTG, and I say, listen, can I give the list to us to LTG? They're probably gonna ask me if I'm on drugs or if I bumped my head or if I was dropped during birth. You get it? Like I'm just trying to avoid people saying things like that. Like Ebony, like imagine coming to Ebony and saying, hey, the devil wants to do content on your kid and figure out who the troll is, the person that doesn't like you. It's not like you trying to do it to vindicate yourself from them and try to show them, hey, I did some fuck shit to you. Let me show you how I could turn it around. And let me figure out who this baby troll is as a my bad for the past. It's not one of those situations. You want to make content out of it. You know you got nothing to do with it. And trying to antagonize me is not going to get you there. One, I have no problem giving it to you. I wish I wish them people had an issue with me. Because if they had an issue with me, I would give it to you. Like, here, take that, take that, take that. That's me being honest with you. They don't like you, and they don't have a problem with me, and I'm not gonna create a problem with them. You get me? That's how I feel. I'm sure they're watching. I'm sure they've heard. I'm sure they could come out at any moment and say, give them the list. Matter of fact, they have the list because I gave it to them. They could give out the list if they wanted to as well. You get me? It's you. People don't fuck with you, bro. You gotta understand that. Maybe if you had a better rapport with people, people wouldn't mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it, like, and still, you gotta understand, it's their child. It's their fucking child. Like, another thing, guess what? You didn't even want me to mention your son. Remember when you didn't want me to mention your son and I didn't even say nothing bad about him? All I said was the same shit that you said on your live, that he's staying in your house until he pays off his car because he saves money. Once he pays off his car, he's going, you know what I'm saying? You said some shit like that. And I repeated exactly what you said. And then the next day you got super furious with me and super mad at me and said I was wrong and I heard wrong and I said it wrong and all of that. But just today or yesterday, you said the exact same shit you said the first time and the exact same shit I said and the exact same shit you told me I was wrong about. You said he ain't staying here to pay no car. His car is already paid off. And da 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 da. And today is like, oh, he paid off the car. He's leaving early. Which one is it? You can't even keep it real. You can't even keep the story consistent. Because if I repeat what you say verbatim, the next day you tell me I'm lying. I leave it the fuck alone. You say, don't mention my son. I leave it the fuck alone. I'm like, all right. Even though I didn't say nothing bad, I'm like, I'm going to respect it because it's her son. How can you not understand where the crosses is coming from? It's the same shit. It's the same shit. I'm just giving you an example of the same shit. And then what's worse is you want me to give it to their enemy. Well, I don't know if you're their enemy, but I'm just gonna assume on YouTube they care the least about you, probably. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Did not disrespect their son. Much respect to him. You know. And then also lately you've accused me of being James's. Well, you always accuse me of that, but it's like, why would I come in as a James troll dissing my own? I don't know if they dissed my son or my sister like last week. Does that make sense to you? Like, we got to deal in what makes sense sometimes, LTG. And you know what's crazy? Sometimes you do it live and you catch some shit that nobody catches. You catch some shit that nobody catches. Sometimes your investigation skills are super on point. And then sometimes there's super shit. There's super shit, like beyond super shit. So with you, it's like cherry picking and 50-50. When you right, you right. And sometimes when you wrong, you all the way the fuck wrong. So my whole thing is, what connection does me having the list, not wanting to give it to you because of the obvious, not to piss these people off or get them a little mad or whatever. Mr. Warner has the list. Mr. Warner is your friend. Why don't she give you the list? It's the same reason. She could easily give you the list as well. Why are you not badgering her for the list? Is what I'm saying. Why don't you go to the parents and get permission if you want the list that badly? Because you mentioned it like fucking 25 times in one of those videos from the other day. If you really want that content or whatever it is to you that bad, or if you really concerned about this baby troll thing to the point that you claim you are, you would go ask them directly. You send people emails all the time. You would send them an email like, hey, I know we had a back and forth plenty of times, but I really want, out of the kindness of my heart, I want to find out who's trolling your child and see how that goes. Because they could give it to you, Mr. Warner could give it to you, everybody else could give it to you. I ain't see you mention nobody else's name but John. Feel me? And then on top of that, she could still hit the link and answer all these questions in 5 seconds. Who am I defending? Who am I defending? She over here want us to think she rehearsing for a play. I don't even know how to take that. What does that even mean? Like on YouTube, we know what a play is on YouTube when somebody does a play on YouTube, and she's rehearsing for one. Is she rehearsing for a play on YouTube? Is she about to pull a play on us? Oh, this shit is so funny. Um, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. That's how I feel. You know, and y'all better watch what y'all say because Sakina is listening to words. The way Sakina caught that shit on that piano, it just made me think for a second. I still don't think, but for half a second, they made me think. You know what I'm saying? They made me think. You know, it's been a damn play. Yeah, yo, a play is like a play on word. You know what I'm saying? It could be like a double entendre, a triple entendre, or it's an entendre entendre. It can't even. It could just. You don't even gotta say doubles. It's just entendre covers consecutive. You know? Y'all with me? Yeah, let's go to the. Yeah, no matter of fact, please. Yeah, you know what type of bully we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with the bully that likes to go around everybody and then punk out. Anyway, I gave her a chance to come talk to me and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one of them situations where it had to be more than one or two, three questions. Because once I would have got my answer, I would have asked her like three, four more questions just to like, you know, put an end to it for her. And remember, my questions were something like, who am I protecting? Why do you think I'm protecting them? Was I in that crew of the people with the whole Logic and the Riri thing? When was I attached to Mr. Warner when that situation went down? And if me and Mr. Warner don't like each other right now, and it's at the height of where it's at, and I knew she was a baby troll, right? Why would I be protecting her? For what reason? Like, I need to know what's in your head. I need to know how did you come to these conclusions? I want to know what sparked your brain to think this. There had to be something before that that's only in your head that you could tell everybody to make us understand how you got up to that part. That's all I need to know. All I need to know. Simple. Because I feel like once I could hear those answers from you, I could help you understand that John don't got nothing to do with it other than it happened on my channel. And guess what? If I didn't give out wrenches to everybody, the situation probably wouldn't have happened. That makes sense? I was giving out wrenches like crazy instead of keeping it how I've been always had it with my peoples. But I seen the way everybody else was doing it and wanted to be a follower. Gave mad people wrenches because I was cool with everybody. And guess what? When you give a lot of people wrenches, a lot of people come to your channel. It's just it's just a fact. But it is what it is. I think I'm done with the live. I got food about to come out. Got a show I gotta watch. Um, let me just think for a second. Trying to see is there anything else I want to address? Huh? Not that'll be all. Go check out Unspoken's live. It was really good. Other than that, everybody have a good day. Peace and love.